Shy Affairs here. Welcome to today's movie review. Let us get straight into it. Finding Me is directed by Funke Akindele and Isioma Asage. Is a drama centered on Atunuk, a woman navigating the complexities of a toxic marriage and low self-worth while seeking empowerment and self-rediscovery. Though the film boasts a star-studded cast including Akindele herself, Joseph Benjamin, Ifa Iwara, Femi Adebayo, and Omoni Oboli, its execution has drawn mixed reactions. At its core, the film explores emotional abuse, infidelity, financial manipulation, and body shaming, issues that are deeply relatable and socially relevant. Atunuk's character embarks on a supposed journey of self-discovery. However, critics note that the story doesn't fully allow her to evolve independently. Her growth is largely tied to male relationships, undermining the film's intended message of female empowerment and self-reclamation. A subplot involving pregnancy and melodramatic twists also shifts the narrative from introspective self-growth to typical bright Nollywood family drama, losing some of its thematic weight in the process. Funke Akindele delivers a deeply emotional performance, playing against type in a non-comedic role. Her portrayal of a woman emotionally stifled by her controlling husband, played convincingly by Joseph Benjamin, is raw and affecting supporting performances, particularly from Dele Oduel and Femi Adebayo. At depth, ethos and romantic chemistry, particularly between Atunuk and her new love interest, falls flat. Visually, Finding Me is a standout. The cinematography highlights contrasts between the protagonist's perceived perfect life and her inner turmoil. Costume design plays a strong narrative role, especially in depicting Atunuk's transformation. The bilingual dialogue adds cultural richness to the storytelling. However, the pacing is uneven. The first half drags with exposition-heavy dialogue, and unresolved subplots clutter the final act. Viewers expecting a tightly edited, emotionally cathartic ending may be left wanting. More, while Finding Me is compelling in parts, especially in its performances, aesthetics, and emotional resonance, it falters in fully delivering on its promise of feminist self-liberation. For fans of classic Nollywood melodramas, it's a solid watch, but for those seeking a bold, transformative take on self-discovery, the film may feel too restrained or formulaic. Finding Me follows Atunuk, a woman trapped in a controlling and emotionally abusive marriage. Beneath the polished exterior of her life lies deep insecurity, manipulation, and the quiet unraveling of her identity. When she begins to question her worth and envision a life outside her husband's shadow, a journey of rediscovery begins, though not without complications and emotional turmoil. At its heart, the film attempts to showcase a woman learning to love and reclaim herself. Though some critics argue her personal evolution is often overshadowed by romantic and familial expectations, one of the film's most powerful moments comes midway during a confrontation scene between Atunuk and her husband. The framing, muted lighting, and the silence between lines emphasize the emotional distance between them. Funke Akindele's body language, tense but composed, speaks volumes about the internal war her character is fighting. It's a subtle, painful scene that shows her reaching the brink without a single outburst. The direction uses pauses and restrained performance rather than melodrama to convey her mental shift. Tota, which is a strong departure from what you'd expect in traditional Nollywood storytelling the moment, and doesn't instead scream empowerment, but whispers it, which makes it all the more effective. Aptiai's emotional depth, The lead performance is raw and believable. Uptight, relatable themes. Abuse identity, societal pressure, especially for Nigerian women. Uptight cultural richness. Beautiful use of language, costumes, and music that reflect Nigerian tradition. Uptight technical polish, strong cinematography and visual storytelling elevate the emotional beats. Ananu, played by Funk Akandele, is the emotional anchor of Finding Me. She starts as a quiet, obedient wife to Kolawole, living what seems like an enviable life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Like and share with friends and family who are also interested in movie reviews like this.